I got a show for y'all. Got a damn good show.
They have not had enough time to find more permanent housing, and they're really caught in the middle this morning.
I thought there would be some compassion, maybe a little bit of an extension to help these people find somewhere to go. They put some paperwork on our doors saying, if you find a place to go, we'll pay your deposit in first month's rent. I bet you $100 to a dollar, nobody has been put or placed or helped find somewhere to go.
Now, the building's management says that the problem stems from gangs that have pretty much overrun the entire building and taken control of the building. They say it's not the code violations that the city claims.
An undocumented immigrant is not a criminal, and we have to correct course in this conversation. Una persona sin papeles no es criminal. Sí se puede.
Tell that to the black families is getting kicked out because the Venezuelan gang has kicked them out of where they were living. Let me get this straight. They trying to kick out the Venezuelan gangs by kicking everybody out? Yeah, evicted everybody. But the Venezuelan gangs haven't left. It's the same logic they use for guns. Yeah. They take away gun rights because they think that's going to restrict guns to criminals, but it doesn't. Right. This is a black woman that lives there in the community, and she has firsthand knowledge of what's going on there. Yeah. This should open a lot of people's eyes when it comes to Democrats. Check this video out. Yeah.
Common Sense 101. The Venezuelan prison gang known as Tren de Aragua
Prison gang
has taken over an apartment complex in Aurora, Colorado, right outside of Denver. The property manager known as CBZ Management has been trying desperately to regain control of their apartment that they have just spent $300,000 to bring to code with renovations, but they can't even go in there because the Venezuelan gang has taken over their apartments. The city has denied the allegations. Local officials and the media, including Kyle Clark of 9 News, have denied the allegations, even though they have posted eviction notices on the doors of residents and given them a very short amount of time to move out, find somewhere else to live, figure it out, we don't care. If this had been Cherry Creek, if this had been Greenwood Village, Jared Polis, the Colorado governor, would have sent in the damn National Guard. But because it's full of black and brown people in Aurora, nobody cares. This is a very dangerous problem. This is just a testing ground.
Yep.
You need to understand this. This CBZ management says, we would like to be able to resume normal operations in our buildings, but we cannot do so under the threat of present and immediate danger against residents, staff, and management. The spokesperson for this company goes on to say, this is an issue our city needs to face head on with law enforcement and the further support of our state and country's leaders, border czar Kamala Harris, to protect affected tenants, the surrounding communities, and Americans across the nation. Translation: CBZ Management is giving the country and the surrounding areas in Denver a heads up. Your community is next. And if you think you're protected because of how you vote or because of your location, you're not. You're not.
All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to apostles of GMS, and sincere Shalom to the brothers out here pushing this truth and sincerity. And as you see it, or as you hear it, your votes don't matter. This is, as she mentioned, this is just a testing ground. As we've been saying, a lot of this stuff is. So the complicity of how everybody lives is going to pretty much be out the window. It already technically is now, because with all the riots, people are in discomfort because how much things went up or more so the value of the dollar went down. But a lot of these jobs ain't trying to compensate with it. So people got to work harder, work more, and people's upset. But now you're getting here is another video talking about how more of us is getting kicked out. So you got England that's wanting to get us kicked out. You got Italy, which was another video I did, is trying to kick us out. And then you got a Venezuela gang kicking people out in certain areas, which is hilarious. Which is also funny because even prior to all of this, you had a lot of Ishikar coming through and pretty much staying in other people's homes, kicking them out. So we're seeing where this is heading. And even some people in the comments were saying that, or at least they realizing that America or the government is trying to replace all the niggas and replace them with Latinos and Hispanics, right? So you're going to pretty much see a whole lot of, I want to say race wars and all this other stuff. I'm talking about even with Edomites. I ain't not just with Ishikar, but you're gonna start seeing everybody go bonkers. The whole point is to get pretty much a lot of these places want to replace us because they see how in recent years we started coming up in certain areas, being able to do certain things, become judges, and all this other stuff. Well, they're not liking it. So I'm gonna get Micah 2:10. It says, "Arise and depart, for this is not your rest." And this is exactly what it is. This is not our rest. Our people got comfortable with being this open slave in the society. I say open because you got the jailhouse jakes that be in there, and they feel comfortable because jail back then, as far as I'm hearing, was a lot more tougher. Still tough. It's still pretty much the same now, but they became more comfortable because now you get to have phones, you get to have TVs, and all this other stuff. So they got comfortable. I think it was a homeless guy that I kept running into back in high school, where he was saying that he's ready to go back in jail because at least I get 3 hots in the cot, and he said plus I get a phone and a certain other stuff. So he's been committing quote unquote crimes just to go back in jail because he got comfortable. The same thing that's happening there is happening out here. But a lot of these people get stuck with 3 hots and cots in their lifestyle in open jail. That's getting taken and people's getting pissed off about it. So this is what happens when you get complacent. This is the product of your American dream. Because in the American dream, it was talking about how everybody believes they are equal or getting all these benefits and certain stuff. Well, guess what? That's still happening. Our people believe that we're equal and getting all these benefits. Ishikar comes over and believes the same thing. The Venezuelan gang comes over and do the same thing. And hell, either these heathens come over and do the same thing and making money off of us. This is the American dream. These alphabet groups believe the same thing. So this is your product of American dream. Nothing but confusion, mass chaos. Everybody wants. This place is nothing but selfishness. All these other countries that come over, or at least even in their own country, they know how to fix problems. They know how to actually stick together. Even these Ishikars that come over still know how to stick together, so they'll still make it out in the long run. But the people here, these people don't stand a chance. We have nowhere else to go. So that's why our people will throw a fit and all this other stuff. But these other people got places to go. So this is actually I didn't even finish on that. It says, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction. And this is what it is. Especially when you go further into it, of course, it's also still talking about actual destruction. But even right now, you see our people are destroyed, and how polluted our people are. Even Ishikar, because they still our people. They're polluted and believe in that this is the place they're gonna love and be here forever. So that's why they fight so hard to get over here, because everybody wants that American dream. But they don't understand that this is also still folly to them. It says even with the sword destruction, which means they're going to catch the hell too. So all these things that's happening is going to come to a boiling point where everybody's going to go crazy, especially when that dollar crash. Who do you think is going to get bad the most? Well, pretty much everybody, but our people. Judah on down to all the way down to all the 12 tribes, or at least the ones that's here. Because guess what? Everybody banked on this place. Esau would be pissed too, but not as much as our people, because our people put so much faith into this place. They gonna catch it the hardest because they believed in this place. They believed in making this place great again. That's where you get Psalms 49:11, right? Which I can get actually. So this is Psalms 49:11. It says that their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. Even that's primarily even Esau, because this is how things come up about. Even the docile Edomites believe this place and continue for generations. But who falls under that category? Even our own people, because they believe in being here forever. That's why even though our people is more dumber than Esau at this point, because they believe in generational wealth, like our people think like they Edomites. Edomites have generational wealth, but our people don't. But they'll still follow under the same ideology as Esau, and guess what? It backfires. Because guess what? Even in movies, it's shown that Esau will jump off of buildings when his world crumbles before him. For us, we just used to it. But we'll still take on the same ideologies as Esau. And guess what? We'll follow behind that same death fall as Esau. They won't die like, they won't, jump off a building like Esau will, but they'll be spiritually acting like Esau, right? So here you see now people getting kicked off left and right in different areas. We know Esau is bringing them over, to pretty much let everything happen. Because guess what? He doesn't care about this place no more. Why do you think he made the borders open? Why do you think he's bringing over the gangs and smuggling over different things, different people? This place is pretty much up. It's just we're just waiting for the time bubble to pretty much pop, right? This be the last scripture. Actually, I got another one. This is 1 Peter 5:8. It says, "Be sober, be vigilant." This is what the Lord telling us, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. So, even as the lady said, this is just a testing ground. And I say that because we've been saying it for the longest. But this is for the viewers that actually are watching it. This is still a testing ground for a lot of people that don't understand. Things are going to get much worse, and it's starting to. It's been getting worse for quite a long time. It's just people never really paid attention to it until now. And it's been a slow progression, just like every empire. Every empire becomes a slow progression to fall, and we're seeing it now. Now this place is being flooded left and right with every person, every ideology, and all sorts of stuff. I could go on with the list, but it's just too long to make for this video. So don't be surprised with a lot of these things that's going to happen. We're sitting back sipping on the wine until this place pretty much collapsed. So this is Isaiah 24:11. It says, "There's a crying for wine in the streets." Dang, it seems I was just talking about wine, but the wine I'm talking about is different from their wine. It says, "There's a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone." So that wine that these people talk about, even as it says in the scriptures, is that mirth, that happiness. They want that complacency back, to basically be in that matrix. to not wake up or know any of this stuff is going on. They want to go back to eating that steak. And these people can't handle it. The moment they see the truth or the truth of all these things that's happening, they throw up. They pretty much throw up. That's why they angry and want to go back to how things was. That's why they so dependent, so hyped up on these presidents, thinking they can do something when they're just puppets. But they're just spokesmen, and the spokesman is just doing what the puppeteer is telling them to do, which it goes into even when they pretty much crash. I'm not talking about. I'm talking about as far as the people, right? Because they getting that spirit so high up, that spirit's gonna crash when they find out that these presidents ain't doing nothing for them. By then, it'll be too late. So that's pretty much all I wanted to go into. So, Lord willing, this is edifying. And with that, shalom.